Oh, welcome back, friends. Oops. I'd like to take y'all on a little trip called the Joy of Painting, okay? If y'all don't enjoy painting, y'all can get off at any time, okay? I'm not keeping you here. We don't want you here anyway. Okay, let's begin. I'm gonna start off by running all the colors across the bottom of the screen, and then we're just gonna go ahead and get started, okay? And I know my voice is a little soft, and I'm competing with air conditioning, but that's just because I don't want my upstairs neighbors to hear me, okay? I've lost my pick in my hair quite some time ago. My mouth is moving, I promise. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And that's the joy of beards, okay? But today is the joy of painting. Oh, look, there it is. Sometimes all you gotta do is pucker to see them lips appear, okay? It's such a pleasure for me to have y'all here with me today. I'm just gonna jump right into it, okay? I'm glad to be here, glad to be me, glad to see you, glad to be us. Glad to be painting today along with you. And today I'm gonna be painting something that I don't normally paint. Sometimes you just have to let the painting speak to you, okay? And that's how you know what you're gonna paint for the day. So I'm just gonna have a moment of uninterrupted eye contact with this here white canvas and wait for it to give me inspiration on what it wants to be, okay? Okay, I don't hear anything, so we're gonna do space. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my, oof, that's black. Put a little bit of, oof, that's black right there. And of course I'm using Gregorian oil paint because I could not find the acrylics. We're just gonna put the eensy-teensiest little bit of liquid white here on our white canvas, okay? And I know what you're thinking, Bob, white on white? Why? And I don't know. The little boogers who run this show tell me it's a good idea to do that. And I thought it was the joy of painting, but they're making it extremely difficult for me to enjoy myself. Liquid white on our little palette board here. You just want to flatten out your brush a bit, okay? And if y'all are anything like me and you got an old rickety son of a gun, that's okay. Everything's perfect and happy in our space. That reminds me, the other day I was frolicking throughout the lilies, and I was just spending my free time with the frogs. Not sure what that has to do with rickety, but we're about done here. We're gonna put that right back on that rickety son of a gun. I just realized that my beard is the same color as this other beard. Now, after your little deuter is dried, you're just gonna go in with this here. Whew, that's black. We're just gonna make a bunch of X's, okay? We're gonna neglect them for a while and not meet their needs emotionally, and just make a bunch of X's, okay? Just like that. There we go. Oops, it looks as though I have stained my shirt. All we need is a little space, okay? And we've heard that before, haven't we? Okay. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this purple, which I don't have, so I'm gonna try to make it. If you don't have purple, that's super okay. You can always make it by mixing blue with your red sometimes. And we're gonna just do that. Put a little dab of this, oh, blue, huh? Okay. And we're gonna mix it with a little bit of this red, whatever I called it in the beginning, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to take your 1-inch brush, okay? And if it's brand new and you just bought it at Michael's, you just want to tap it on your board a bit, okay? And then just continue that tap all the way up to your little blue and your red, okay? And that should make purple. There are no mistakes. There's only bad painting. So what we're gonna want to do, maybe a planet lives around here, okay? You create your world, but in this case it's space. So you literally do create the world. So, and we're gonna go ahead and wash our brush, okay? Using odorless paint thinner. I'm using water, and it's not quite odorless itself, okay? This is California. The water's not odorless, okay? And then the fun part. I love this part, okay? This part gets me every time. You just want to beat the devil out of your security deposit, okay? Maybe you see a little star in the distance, maybe you don't, depending on how well you see. Just like that, okay? There's no mistakes, just oval planets. Maybe there's a little bit of background stars, okay? So I'm gonna take my 2 and 3, I'm gonna take my brush. This is a unique technique, okay? And it's just called, look at the flick of the wrist, okay? How cool is that? Now you're gonna wanna paint stars. Maybe there's a star here. Or maybe there's a couple billion everywhere and they just keep on growing. Who knows? Don't forget Orion's belt, okay? It's the star system that keeps the pants of the solar system up. I'm not sure what Orion's belt looks like. Whew. That's a meteor. Now maybe you choose to put a little space station down here in the corner because the government doesn't want you doing anything without them knowing about it, so they're just gonna be spying on you a bit in here, okay? A little bit of a space station down there, okay? It's not great. There's not bad paintings, there's just not great paintings. You know what my favorite planet is? Mars, because men are from it. Maybe when I go into space, I see a little bit of Mars up here. Just trying to be a part, just a smiling, the old gas giant. And now we're gonna draw a little bit of gas around Mars, okay? Maybe Mars bumped into a box of onion rings or maybe a pizza. There we go, just a little bit of gas. I hope you bump into a Beano later. Galaxy is beautiful if you paint it that way. And what you're gonna wanna do here is just take your brush and scoot it, okay? Kinda like if your dog has fleas or maybe worms. You just scoot it right on the rug. Yep, right in front of the guests. Now maybe there's a supermassive black hole, okay, just on the outskirts of here, okay, kind of like what's going on in Fortnite right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, neither do I. I heard my nephew say it. A little bit of a black hole, just sucking all the light and joy out of everything, okay? Now this show's just called The Painting. Sucked all the joy right out of it. Okay, this went from real happy to super depressing. Everything's gonna die. And I have a little special treat for this here space station, okay? No one's safe. We're gonna mix our white with our black, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and make a wormhole right here. There's our wormhole, okay? Which means our space station's gonna get sucked in and come out right about here. Jeepers, would you look at that? Our space station's right next to the black hole, okay? So it died. There was no one on it, by the way, okay? Well, we keep it pretty happy here. Now, I guess all that's left to do is to sign it. And that, my friends, is the joy of painting. I'm glad you stuck around with me for as long as you did. If you're gone, why am I still talking to you? If you're still here, thank you, I appreciate it. I'll be here all week, okay? This is my home. I'll probably be here for longer than a week. I've been Bob Ross this entire time. You've been you this entire time. And if you need space, just paint it. I wink with both eyes.